Oh, what a game. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know how to really describe what I just saw, but yeah, we're gonna open up chat straight away before we go through any stats. So if you want to jump in, have your say. Naziah, just what a last minute, like Jesus. I I don't know. Okay, so like immediately got some messages right from people just saying like what an amazing game. Um, yeah, like just it was nuts. I don't know what to say. I've like yeah, I've never seen anything like it. Nobody has. 46 points down at three-quarter time, the biggest comeback in VFL AFL history. Like that was yeah, that was nuts. I mean, the center lineup towards the end there of like yeah, Windy, Hall, Naz, they were insane. That last quarter, I can't believe what I've seen. We've got somebody in the chat here already with Nick. Nick, are you ready to go, mate? All right, perfect. I'll jump you up on stage now. Let's, mate.
I'm speechless, Woody. What the hell just
Bro,
happened in that last quarter?
I don't know.
Yeah.
I can't believe what I've seen. Like,
Yeah.
it's just been, it's been amazing. I had some mates message and like Naziah's price is just, I don't know. If
it's gone up threefold, hasn't it? From like 1.7 to 5.1 million a year.
Yeah, at least. Like,
Yeah.
I'd quickly brought up Nick Dacos's stats versus Naz on my screen to have a little look. I reckon if Naz was like in the guts all year, he'd be in contention for Brownlow.
Oh,
like
if he hadn't beaten him beforehand, like let's not worry about Nick. Let's worry about Naz.
well, that's it. But it's just, I mean, he seems like the out and out winner this year right now of the Brownlow,
Yeah.
and I reckon. If Naz, if anybody was going to beat him, it would be Naz with a year in the guts. That was just 22 matches, like 23 matches like that. Yeah. Oh, I don't think anybody's putting up a more exciting year.
I'm just enjoying it,
mate. Do it. Jeez, it's been
can I just take you through a couple of really important dates over the last 30 years?
Yeah, go for it, mate.
All right, I'll quickly go through it. 8th of May, 1994, we played the Sydney Swans in round 7.
Yep.
We were down 108 to 60. It was 109 to 68 with 9 minutes to go in the last quarter. Plugger Lockett kicks 11 and we win by 1 point. Fast forward to the 9th of May 2015. 2 minutes, 39 seconds into the third quarter. We are down 2-3-15 to 11-4-70. We come back to win 14-10-94 to 13-9-87 against the Bulldogs. Armitage has 45 disposals. Billings has 4 goals. And someone laid 7 tackles. Yeah. Jeez. And then, of course, today, we're down 46 points at three-quarter time, and then, I can't explain.
I mean, the rest is history, mate. This is one of those matches that I think we'll remember for quite some time. I mean, for me, the games that always come up are like Milne's, 11-goal match.
Against the Lions in 2005.
Yeah, against the Lions. There's obviously the 1 point match against the Lions as well in 2004.
That was when Schwartz kicks it from 60.
Yeah, bang on. And that controversial Austin Jones point.
Oh yeah.
And yeah, I mean, mate, it's go watch the replay in the final quarter. We've got people ditching; they want to go enjoy it
That's what I'm
again.
going to do after I'm done
I mean,
here. Yeah, I still
bang
can't
on.
believe it.
I want to watch it all back again because like that change in the like at least that sort of second half, because we were just dominated in the third. We put up a little bit of fight in the second. But, oh my Lord.
It's like we can do one really good quarter, and I don't know, did the Dees just turn off? I don't understand. It was quite extraordinary.
Bang on. And yeah, Nick, come back with these stats at any point, mate. He's a great one.
Absolutely.
No, but
I think the last time I spoke to was when we actually beat the Dees. So here I am.
Yeah, exactly right. I was trying to remember which win it was because I've done a couple now, but they've been a while back, so I couldn't remember if it was very early in the season. But mate, and you think like longer term, right? Because obviously these wins are great, and you want to like. Honestly, there's a good chance we get a few wins back to back with the lineup, but like longer term, if we could have 2-3 quarters a match where we're kicking somewhere like 6 to 9 goals in a quarter,
that'd be nice.
Like, it's just that's kind of a hard team to catch up to. Any team doing that is a good team. It's one quarter. We need 4 of them. Like,
4 last quarters.
Mate, I just can't believe like what I'm saying. And it's just, if we could do that for like next season, every couple of games where we're having a quarter where we're just getting like the ball, smashing it out of center, playing that sort of direct footy. I mean, we'll have a much better year and like just much more enjoyable as well. I'd like, these are those little warning signs that there's good coming, but it's not, it's just not been the year. And like, it's also like, I remember thinking we were kind of falling into some of the habits of what I was worried about, getting a lot of intercept marks against, not enough pressure in the forward half. And then, just, that just changed. I'm very keen, much like some people that have already ditched to have one. Mate, welcome. Will, thanks for coming in. Definitely will be cracking a Northern soon, that's for sure. But yeah, I mean, I can't believe what I've said. Like, it's so hard. Like, I don't think anybody's going to say anybody else but Naz is the man of the match. But while we've got you here, mate, and anybody else, feel free to jump into the stream as well. I'm going to share the link as well. But we're going to quickly go over some stats, and I may as well do this while you're here, mate. So I'll share screen.
Yeah, no dramas. Look, I do comments on Jake's page for most quarters anyway. Sinclair had a pretty good game with his 5 tackles. He had 32, second best to Naz, of course. He had a really good impact, I thought. Jones made a lot of mistakes in that first half, but I think sort of came good in the second half.
I mean, Jones is one of those players where if he was a lot younger, you'd be looking at him going, "Oh, the potential of this guy's through the roof." It's always just been there. Can he get it together for solid matches in a row? And he pulls one of these out fairly often, at least once or twice a year. That's for sure.
Cherry picking.
But yeah, mate, there's like Naz with his 6 clearances. I think he got 2 center clearances in the first quarter. I'll check what he got after that. Just the one, mate. Maybe it was that towards the end. I think he got one from.
We got 6 in the end, didn't he?
Yeah, I think it might have been Max Hall that I'm thinking that got the clearance in that one. Yeah, it was.
Max got 6 clearances too, would he?
Yeah, he did quite well. 5 goal assists is a pretty insane amount.
Yeah.
like from 19 disposals. So let's double check what his
Yep.
score involvements were. But 13 scoring. That's insane numbers.
Yeah.
That's insane numbers.
Yeah.
Holy hell.
Yeah. He's definitely getting more than a second year, I would say.
That's it. I've heard whispers of a couple years longer than a second, but look,
yeah.
this was me as well. I thought when Clayton got that ball in the defensive 50 with about, I don't know, 2 and a bit minutes to go, all he just needed was to snap it and get a point. And I reckon we might have just dropped our heads, but kept putting in. And then that last kick from Wilson over the from Wood over the top. It's direct footy that we've needed to do. And like, I mean, we get put in a moment where we have to do it. And I mean, not every time we're going to get a mark like that from Naz, but geez.
No, that was just, it wouldn't leave his hands. It was just glue.
Mate,
that was absolutely clutch.
He's one of the most clutch players in the league, I reckon. Like after tonight, he's got what, 6 inside 50s. I'd be interested to see his rebound 50s. Let's have a quick look over here.
Yep.
Rebound 50s. Oh, Ari was 7. That's not bad. 4 rebound 50s from Naz.
Yeah.
Ari played an interesting match.
Yeah.
I don't think he was amazing in the first half, but geez, he looked good at moments, especially when he was driving it deep towards the end. Like those sort of 70-meter kicks where we're probably getting it just outside of that hot spot sometimes.
Yep.
We were going deep out the back with those kicks, and it's just more pressure if we don't mark it. So I loved what he did, especially when we got him a little bit further forward out of defence.
Yep. And look, I mean, that Hill grubber from the boundary line was very, very classy.
Oh, mate. He's got to have shut some people up today. I think it's definitely been, it's warranted to have, feedback of specific moments here and there, but I think some of it's also not been warranted against Bradley. So it's good to have that sort of dribbler, similar to Wood last week. I mean, he came in. Yeah, TK was amazing. How many goals did he get in the end? I think it was 2.
Did he just get the 1 or did he get 3? No, he got 3.
No, he got 1 goal, 1. Okay, yeah. And Taru's goal as well. Mate. Oh, mate.
Kings kicked 4.
Mate, yeah, exactly. It's one of the games where we've had people kind of come back and play well again. I mean, like Steely got his 1 goal in there as well. Caminiti, that first goal as well. I mean, chuck him down there and he still did the job. We put him down back when we wanted to swap Taru up forward. Taru went and got his first goal.
Yeah, no, it wasn't that good. That was like the only highlight we had for the first half, I would have said.
Yeah, exactly. And Hill's kicking today was pretty elite across the board. We can double check some of the kickings later, but look, let's not get too lost in disposal efficiency numbers. Especially with a match like this.
We won that.
Exactly. A lot of those moments are just plays, right? You hit the right moment at the right play and you get it done. And I mean that first half was pretty deplorable. So if we look at some of these numbers, they might not be amazing. But
no,
I mean, look,
like
I'm still
and Fritsch and Gorn, like defensively and offensively, they just neutralize any sort of opportunity we have to trying to create any sort of like opposition or any opportunity. Rebound. Yeah, that's the word. Yeah,
it was difficult at that first half. I mean, Fritsch was just on fire. I mean, he just got free and a couple of meters here and there, whether it was Sinclair, whether it was one of the youngsters, it kind of didn't matter who was on him. He was just getting it done. And I mean,
you could definitely identify who the long sleeves were. He was the only person who had long sleeves.
I don't know about you, but my hair's, I'm now in my 30s and it's not as good as it used to be, but he's pushing 30 and it looks bang on exactly the same as his first day in the league. He's got a
I think
little
he
bit
has
of Robert Harvey in that regard. A tiny bit.
He definitely has a sponsorship from Mosh, I think. Would he?
Yeah, could do. I could use with one of them as well. Even just some free product would be nice. But yeah, look, I mean, let's stick to some of the Saints stats.
Yeah,
Windy
man.
with the
Speaking of
most
which,
contested possessions. Wow.
yeah.
I didn't think he
No,
was
he was.
in too much of the guts, but he did well when he got his
Yeah.
chances. That's for sure. Look at Naz again with the outside run.
Yeah.
It's mate. I don't know what they're gonna want in terms of money for Naz. I don't know what him and his agent have been discussing, but give it to him.
Oh, well, yeah.
Just give it to him.
No, for sure. I read. I listened to Jake and Ari and in the potty just this afternoon, actually, just saying, if we get some actual winning form, then we can sort of talk about how much money we're going to offer him as far as a contract is concerned. And I was like, well, now's the time.
Yeah, it definitely is. And look, I think contract talks have hopefully discussed. There was rumours that we had Naz's manager in Melbourne on Wednesday to meet with Sauce. So hopefully a big win like this, a big come around. Maybe we get some good news this week. Who knows?
This could, as Dwayne Russell always says, this could be the fire starter.
That's exactly right. And like we all we really needed in some regards was just a match where we had this sort of effort and it actually resulted in something. And like we've had good efforts in the past, but the only issue with losing, despite great, you get a better pick if you're further down the ladder. The only issue is you're not reinforcing the good, and the people don't get to celebrate what they're doing right. And there was so much being done right over this last month or so. It looked at the start that it could be a really disappointing sort of end to that chapter of kind of footy, but to just come out of the gates firing in that third quarter, I mean, it gives a little bit of renewed confidence, and I reckon we might still be able to get a few more wins on the board before the season ends. And look, who cares in terms of draft picks in some regards? It's a compromise to draft this year. So
sure,
mate.
After like the third quarter when we were down by 46, and of course everyone's casting doubt as to are we actually going to now beat North next weekend? And then we turn out a performance like that in the last quarter, just giving everyone like second thoughts, like we're still a competitive team. This is what we've been working on the last month. This is what Ross has in place. As far as a strategy is concerned, he's changing it up. He's putting the youngsters in. We've got Hasty. We've got, we've got plenty of really good youngsters that have all the talent. Windy.
All at the end. I mean, Windy's looking amazing. I'll show you this one as well. Look at
please do.
Look at this last quarter in terms of possession. It's
that's nuts.
Insane. 56% to 31. I think we were sitting at around
that last 10 minutes.
34% or something going into the last quarter. We just dominated. And again, last 10 minutes where we really needed to get it done, over doubling their amount of time in possession. It's just,
and even the hit outs, like they had 58 to 32, like they were carving us up. But with a scoreline like 96 to 90, you would have thought it would be much more of an even contest. But
oh mate, if you just looked at these numbers right at the end of the game, maybe not the time in front sort of thing, because that probably gives it a little bit away. But like if you just looked at the numbers, you're going, all right, well, St Kilda's got a few things they've won. Dees have got a few things they've won. Looks like it'll probably be a pretty close match, like might have been a good tussle with that sort of scoreline at the end. But I mean, that's why you need to like actually watch matches, see the scoreline, like change. I think we can obviously look at the worm, but that's not Like it doesn't tell
Well,
you.
no, let's not let's not look at the weren't. But I think, when it comes to like the first 3 quarters, how much Melbourne dominated as far as efficiency inside 50 and all around the ground, and then just take the fourth quarter and how much we dominated, and it ends up sort of being even across the whole game. Like I think we ended up just edging them out inside 50 and in disposal efficiency, if I'm not mistaken,
Double check
at the end of the
look.
game.
But I think we're pretty close. Yeah, okay. So very little difference. We got inside 50 efficiency in the end. We didn't quite get more inside 50s, but I think we really dominated them in that one.
But to like 3/4 time, it would have been such a different story.
Definitely, it was incredible. We've got some people coming back from the game, lost their voice, and I mean, it was loud in that last quarter. Haven't heard the stadium.
Did you end up going, Woody, or are you still sick?
Friend. I am still sick. I've come back and I'm kind of regretting my choices, but I mean, only in terms of health. Otherwise, it was a great match. There's so many moments, and look, we think of the future, and we're going to have a king in there. I was worried about dropping Moose, but in the end, we've got somebody like Naz flying like that. Who needs Moose, right? So, oh mate, incredible match.
Yeah, no, incredible last quarter. I mean, our first 3 quarters were, not great.
Not the best. Not the best.
But I can't understand it. Like, did Melbourne just turn off and we just turned on and all the stars aligned? I mean, like, what happened? Like,
it seems to be the case. I mean, we got 9 goals, 2 in that last quarter to 4 behinds.
Right. 4 behinds,
like that. Yeah, it's just, again, it's one of those ones where if we could do that for half a game of footy, like people can't really beat you. Like you just need 2 quarters of holding the opposition at bay, and you're winning the vast majorities of your matchups. So
I mean it's
there's
like
a lot of bright.
Yeah, it's what we're capable of. Like in 2024. We were down by 37 against the Giants, and we almost pulled it out. It's
well for those that
anyway.
For those that are we've got somebody wondering what happened with the centre bounce there. It was a 666 violation, and then as far as I understand, it was they needed to set everybody back up, and it kind of meant that the Demons couldn't flood the defence. And Naz, I saw him come back in that huddle, and him and Marshall just had this quick little word to each other, and I was wondering if they were going to try and hit each other up, and it all just like played out the best possible way you could imagine. It was
it's a 2 chance. You get 2 chances. You get a warning, and then there's a violation, free kick, right?
Yeah, exactly. So they got a warning earlier in the game. At some point, I'm guessing. I'm not sure when. But I mean that last minute or so of just keeping it out of the defensive 50, to finally get Wood just free, getting that clearance inside 50, and then Naz. I mean, it's hard to go past anybody but Naz in this match. Like he's clearly got the 3 votes for it.
I still, I mean, look, Higgins kicked 4 as well, and obviously that's going to go under the radar as well. He sort of kept us afloat, and then Naz just took it to another level.
100%.
Yeah.
And look, there's definitely things we could improve on, right? Like don't get us wrong, but like that sort of last quarter is just where, if we can pull that off more often than not, there's a bright future ahead. And look, it starts with making sure Naz signs on the dotted line, obviously, but
that's right.
What a unbelievable performance. There's just there's very few players that like have ever kind of pulled those sort of numbers from memory. What, 3 or 4 goals? Like 28 disposals, something like that. We'll double check it now.
For Naz or
34 disposals. That's right.
34 and 4 goals, 1.
Like, it's just rare numbers. Like, obviously, we've seen Heaney do something similar. We've seen Nick Dacos do something similar. But, like, you're talking the very top echelon of players in the league. And he's so young, and there's so much to potentially still grow. It's it's insane.
Yeah,
mate.
It's just a matter of
can't believe him.
No, just like he's got so much hype. He could be top 5, top 10. You go, he's got another couple of games to develop, and he just pulls out one more rabbit. Like, he's doing so well now, and then he just finds another level. Like, he's found so many more levels, and then he finds yet another level.
And like where his training in the midfield would be such a minimal block at this point. Like, he would be playing a lot of instinct, which, I mean, obviously you want your best players to do in some regards, but I mean, think about what he could do in just an off season of learning what might work best for the team, for him and the team, and learning what Marshall, potentially TDK, could do in the ruck hit outs. So, I mean, this is one of those ones where we're scratching the surface, and it seems like we're scratching the surface and we're finding gold. So it's potentially just, who knows what happens from here. I really think and that's why I brought up Dacos before. I really think of a season in the guts. I can't see anybody but sort of him, Dacos, maybe 1 or 2 other players kind of competing for that Brownlow. There's not many that would be able to kind of produce such spectacular games, especially so consistently. So,
and he's only 22. Like, who knows what he could, continue to accomplish in the next, 5 years. And like, even when Jake said, Buddy said, Malera was in his top 3, along with Bont and Pelly and Dacos.
I think he's pretty on the money there, to be honest. Like, I remember seeing a comment from somebody essentially saying that Windy potentially has a really high ceiling, maybe even higher than Naz. And while I didn't agree, it did make me reconsider, where Windy was at, but it also reaffirmed, like, I think Naz could be almost anything. Like, it's scary, the levels. Like, there's obviously been comparisons to McLeod, like a few different running halfbacks in the time, but I get a little bit of Sean Burgoyne from him. I get, I don't know, like quite a few different, just
maybe Harvey, maybe like
a little
I'm
bit,
not saying not Robert Harvey, but Harvey for the Kangaroos. Maybe he had that agility, I remember.
Yeah, that breakaway speed from a contest, and it's one of those ones where I honest to God think Naz could be the best in the league next year. He could well be, if he holds that up for a decade, like Nick was being discussed about early in his career. He could be one of the best of all time. It's really that sort of level, and that's where I reckon, going back to getting him to sign on the dotted line, how amazing he is, how important he is. He potentially might not be, like, you might not be able to give, like, no team might have fair value for that. Like, if you think about it, and like we could maybe ask for Butters a first or 2, but to be honest, I don't know if I'd want Butters and a first or 2 for Naz. I don't know if it's really worth it. It'd make me think about it for sure, but like, there's no way Port's offering that up. So
No,
it's kind of that level of I don't know if any team could offer what would be an acceptable sort of level for a trade, and
yeah,
I think you just got to give him 2 mil, 3 mil, whatever he wants. Like
yeah.
just
No, this
be like,
point,
sorry, mate,
especially-
like you're stuck here now. Like we're going to give you too much money to ever leave. It's going to weigh you down in your pockets.
Yeah.
And the only time you're ever letting that money out of your pockets is when you got to go on field. Sorry, brother.
Yeah,
Your
that's
life from
exactly
now
right.
on.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
So
You got the 43 a couple of weeks ago. You got the 34, and you kicked the goal to win the game. We were 46 down. You know, and you countless other stellar performances. You just create so many opportunities for us. I mean, it's just
he's
what can we
dang
offer
near
you?
irreplaceable. He was as Footy Flick says, insane. The whole match was insane, but he was just the catalyst to that comeback at the end. And oh mate, there's no words to really like put into context.
No words for the game, really.
No, like
we were shit for the first 3 quarters, really, and then the last quarter we turned it on. And then Naz turned us on, I suppose.
Mate, yeah. There's only so many like words I can say about a young male sounding like a little bit wrong. So, like, yeah, it's. I'm really lost for words. I've opened the link up as well. If anybody else wants to come and say hello, feel free. But it's been an amazing match, and like I'm basically gonna finish this and go and watch it again. Like at least that second half. Because
just the last quarter, I think, Woody.
I feel like I need to see the difference in setups again between that amazing last quarter and what was going on beforehand. So I feel like I do need to unfortunately watch some of the bad parts again too. But it's going to be a joy to just watch.
I can hang up so you can talk to other people. I don't want to start hogging the camera.
Look, nobody's jumped in yet, so feel free to stick around. That's fine.
Yeah, no, all right, no worries. Yeah, it was like 6 goals to 2, 3 goals to 2, 4 goals to 2, and then 9 goals to 0 to us.
It was
it's strange.
I simply kind of come back to the same thought process of all we need is like a 2-quarter match of that consistently, or like maybe not 9 goals every quarter, but we need 2 dominant quarters a match. And if we're doing that consistently, we can really challenge next year. I don't think next year's necessarily going to be a jump to top 4. I've said this to a couple of people here and there, but
I think Joey in his conversation with Jake, we're definitely in that 9th to 13th or 10th to 14th position. We're getting there, but we're not quite there. Really,
exactly right.
It's still a building phase, sadly.
Yeah, I mean, exactly right. I think it's I think Joey said it as well. I can't remember where it was, either him or David King. But David King's essentially kind of bought into the narrative. I know he talks to Joey a lot, so maybe it was one of the two that said it. But it's essentially the idea that St Kilda's building, and we're building nicely. And when we rise, it's unlikely to be linearly getting better. It'll be all of a sudden we start beating Geelong and twice a year, rather. Like we'll get it done at the Cattery. We'll end up beating Adelaide at home, or just we'll get matches done where people are like, that's a surprise. But I also think we'll probably still have a couple of matches where we shit the bed, so to speak.
Sure.
And I think it'll be unlikely that we just go from bottom 4 to top 4. Look, it does happen here and there, but I think we're going to get some really good matches next year, and the year after is really when I'm expecting things to improve. But I mean, if we can just do that, as I said, half a match for for a season, we'll be in every match at least. So
yeah, and we've been in the last, as you mentioned too, the last probably 4 of the last 5 matches. Like we could have, we've had chance. We certainly should have won against Sydney to start off with.
Yep.
We probably, we could have. We had our chances against the last 4 teams we played, really.
Genuinely.
So the talent is there, the potential is there. So it's just a matter if we can actually, I don't know, execute a bit better, maybe.
Exactly right, and it's going to be, when does it happen, right? I'm going to see if we've got. We do have some of those stats, right? So we've got
back to last year too. Like we lost 8 games by 2 goals or less, or something like that. We won 1 game by a goal less, and that was, I think, against the Gold Coast when we won by 3 points or something like that. So
and I think this year's, it's unfortunate. Like there's been a lot of development in the sense that our winning margin has been relatively good. I think it sits roughly in the 30s. It might be down a little bit after tonight. But our losing margin sits at about 38, 39. So it's that kind of gap between our good and our bad that we saw today. That, and essentially it comes down to a lot of the side being quite young, some of the side being quite old, and asked to do a fair bit. And look, I'm just quickly looking over some of our stats because we've just got some of the advanced stats. So
you take the two crap results we had against Western Bulldogs and maybe the one against Adelaide, and we've been pretty much competitive the rest of the year.
Yeah, basically, there's been a couple of matches, as you said, that we'd like to have another chance at, but I mean,
maybe the West Coast one is the other one I was forgetting about.
Yeah, exactly right. But other than that, we've had like a reasonably competitive year, despite the win-loss record not being in our favour. And it's just, for me, it's a matter of time. Like when does it click? I'll quickly go over to some of these stats. I'll see if I can zoom in on that. Give me a second.
What are we looking at?
That's a good one. Oh, that might be a bit too big. Let's see how that works. There we go. All right, that's fairly legible on this screen. So I'm going to scroll down here and get this sort of stuff going. So in terms of our transition, we were a little bit below Melbourne. D50 to forward 50 definitely wasn't always working. Likewise for score. But defensive half to forward 50, once we got it out of our defensive 50, by the looks of it, we tend to get it into our forward half, so that's not too bad. And then looking at some of the win percentage chance, we only had a 25% chance of winning, even upon reflection, and what a high positive rating on our plus minus for scores. So good to see in that regard. We had less intercepts. We had a fair few more ground ball gets, exactly the same contested possessions, and one more post ground ball get, a fair few less contested possession post clearance.
I fear that because of the last game, a lot of possessions.
Well, exactly right. I mean, we were so far behind until that last quarter, and time in forward half's interesting to look at because obviously we didn't have much until that last quarter. So, I mean, who knows what it would be just quarter by quarter. I'd be interested to see those sort of numbers. But very interesting match. I mean, one for the ages in some regards. How'd we do from centre bounce? We ended up winning that. Probably comes down to that last goal, right?
Really?
Yes, and then forward half
we did pretty well.
Exactly.
Earlier stat.
And pretty much bang on the same from turnover. So I'm guessing they're pretty highly correlated. We got a fair few more stoppages. Only 3 goals, 3 more from stoppage rather than centre bounce. An extra goal from kicking. So interesting sort of where we scored. I'll be interested to have a bit of a look over that. Unfortunately, the AFL site doesn't give you what you can get on your phone, unfortunately.
No.
So
Oh, well.
let's see, maybe they've added it somewhere, but no, I'm not seeing it anywhere. So that might be where we stop looking at some of the stats for tonight. But
That's all right.
yeah, mate,
Well.
I
Yeah.
can't believe what we've seen.
Yeah. 9 goals, 0 last quarter.
Yeah,
yeah.
I have no idea what I'm going to write for this week's review. I was pretty
just like, where do you start?
Yeah, I mean, I kind of knew where I was going for a little bit there. I was like, all right, well, we got blitzed in the first quarter. We kind of held them at bay for a bit, and then they kind of just ride that home.
And then Naz ...
Yeah, like
yeah. No, that's a hard review to sort of put into 2 or 3 words, really.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, mate. If you're going to sum it up in a couple of words, it's get Naz to sign, because that man is looking more and more like one of the best players in the competition. And look, it's been a while since Kilda has had a player that's in that conversation. So
yeah,
I can't even think the last time. Like, I don't even think Rui was ever really in conversation for the best player in the league. Like, he was one of the best forwards. But
yeah, definitely. But he sort of came in when we had Gehrig to start off with.
Yeah.
After he moved over from West Coast, and he was in good company with Milne and whoever else. So
we had Hamill, we had Cozzy, we had a bunch.
Yeah.
And Nick was injured early as well, so Cozzy got a bit of a start to his career and a bit of form. But yeah, I mean, I think back to when was the last time St Kilda had a player of this ilk, and I wonder if it's Harvey. I wonder if it's Robert Harvey, because
that's fair. Yep.
I don't think we've had anybody of this level before. Or
Harvey reminds me. Sinclair reminds me of Harvey, actually.
He does.
Yeah.
I probably only saw the back half of Harvey's career. I saw a little bit of I kind of remember a little bit of his Brownlow years, but I don't remember tons before that at all. And I mean, he was all class. I think when I really think of Harvey's back end of his career and players that remind me of that, Pendlebury's really the one that comes to mind. Just with the ability to not need to run fast and just get to the right places, step around people, get the hand pass out or the short kick out to the right player. And look, Harvey and Naz are very different players, but I'm struggling to think of anyone that in the last, in my lifetime, that has really put on this level of performance from our midfield.
No, it's hard. Definitely hard, especially when we've had a few years of not great ladder position, I suppose. We struggled in those mid 2010s. Obviously after we made the final in 09 and 10, then we struggled in 14 and all that sort of stuff. But
that 13 to 17 was some pretty shocking years.
Something like that. Yeah, I think we were last or something in 14. But no, it's hard.
I checked out for a few of those years, that's for sure. But I do remember thinking, the only player that I can kind of remember had similar traits to Naz that played for us, honestly, is Jack Steele. Just with the ability. And sorry, Jack Stephen, my apologies. Just with that breakaway from centre and his kind of inability to be caught. Definitely not similar players in many regards, but I just don't. I can't think of many players ever that are similar to Naz in many regards. So he is looking more and more like one of those guys that potentially could have a long-lasting impact on not only us, but the way the league is kind of played. So
no,
vital player.
Yep, absolutely. Well, he's he's related to Wangan, who used to play for Port Adelaide, right?
I believe so. Yeah. I'm not exactly sure there, but I'm 99% confident, to be honest. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's Gavin. But I think somebody even mentioned in chat that might have been the case a little while back. But look, in terms of best Saints of all time, who's the best number 7 of all time? Whoa. You've got some good company there.
Yeah, that's hard.
You've got Winmar, you've got Hayes, you've got...
Yeah, that's hard. Yeah, you can't. It's different generations.
There's a few good number 7s.
They're different, they're great for different reasons. Different generations.
Definitely.
Yeah.
I mean, it's hard to say.
He's the nephew of Gavin.
Nephew of Gavin. Yeah. Okay. Perfect.
Yep.
Perfect. Yep. Perfect. So, mate, he's one of the looking like one of the best we've had in a very, very long time. And likewise, when we lost Lockett, that was huge. It would be on a similar level, if not bigger, in my opinion. Got to get it done. Got to make sure it's sorted, and hopefully after the biggest comeback in VFL AFL history from third quarter time.
Yeah,
I feel like it's the time to announce it, boys. Get it done. Pay him what he wants.
Get it done. Yeah, we're the king of the comebacks from three quarter time.
That's it. Well, from now until whenever they beat us, we're going to be up in those history books. But it reminds me of like AFL, whatever video game it was. But back in the day, you used to. Yeah, I can't remember which one. It was a long time. It was when I was young. But there was all these records you had to beat, and I remember like biggest comeback was always that Hawthorn match, 46 points from three quarter time, and I remember that was probably like 2004 AFL, like 2004 or something, and and it's remained until 20 plus years later. Since I played that game. So, we might have that in the victory books for a while.
Yeah. I still watched the round 7 1994 because it's still on YouTube, like the last quarter when Lockett kicks 11 and I think he gets 8 weeks because he not King hit, but one of the Sydney players. I think it was Hayes. That
was like it was his last match with St Kilda. Oh no, it was round 11. That would have been his second last match against Sydney for St Kilda.
Yeah, and then he ended up kicking. I think it was 100 goals against Sydney from when he first started, and then was like 48 points down with 9 minutes in the last quarter, and we just I don't know, between that and the Bulldogs in 2015, we just know how to do it.
Right? Yeah, definitely. I think it's one of those ones, like Collingwood showed that it can be taught, that sort of catch-up game, that ultra-aggressive style of football. And it's one thing that I wanted St Kilda to particularly work on is, when to attack, how to attack, obviously, but just being able to switch your mentality and what you need to do at the right times. And today we were forced to do that in a lot of regards. But it's these sort of lessons, hopefully, like it clicks for the guys now that they go, all right, well, this is what we need to do to win. And we might not always want to do this, but now we can lock into this sort of mentality a bit easier. So I think it's one of those ones that, as we said, the boys have had a really good, solid month and a half or so, and it just didn't get rewarded. So the reward needed to be there so that they believe and can just further develop this sort of skills.
And it happened tonight out of the most unbelievable circumstances.
That's it, man. Like I remember kind of getting to the thought process of doing like mental math of like, all right, well, if we lose this match, who else? We've got these teams. The ladder might start looking a little bit like this, and where does that play out? What's better or worse for us? That sort of thing. But I mean, when you kind of have a comeback like that, you're like, all right, at least learn from this, boys. Like, because that's some of the best football I've seen us play in a very, very long time. And if you could just do that more often, god damn, you'll be hard to stop. God damn. And you're a very young side, so hopefully this is just the beginning. But yeah, that's it. They just need to take these lessons on board and grow. And we could do anything at some point. There's a lot of good players in the side. Naz just needs one or two to step up with him. And
we can't rely on him. Like, if he gets injured, then who comes up? Obviously, we've got Sinclair. Steele's got some good form.
Yep.
He did it pretty well. I mean, McRae's good when he's good. Windy's coming up really well too. I mean,
Definitely.
Hall in the forward line. We've got a lot of reserves, but
I think we're getting to that point where, and like obviously we're sort of longer standing Saints fans. There's probably some that are a bit younger in the chat, but there's that idea of when we were, in 09 and 010, the top sort of 10 players or so, 10 to 15 players of our list were really, really good. But it was that sort of next bracket below them that were consistently being swapped out, sort of Robert Eddy. I'm trying to remember some of the player names from back then, but he's kind of that big one between grand finals and whatnot. So it's one of those ones where we just didn't have that floor for the stars to stand upon. And I think this time we're a lot more likely to build the floor. I mean, we've spent a lot more time, probably similar time getting stars in. It now becomes, hopefully we don't get too many long-term injuries that derail careers. We get people continuing to grow, and and we could potentially get back to that sort of level that we were at last time. But hopefully this time with a bit more foundation, and that's where I think those players that we just couldn't find last time. I mean, I think about Armitage not getting games then. I think Jack Stephen didn't get games then. And it was kind of one of those ones where we just kind of didn't have that next brigade building underneath to kind of keep it going and have those games where they step up to kind of help the stars. And right now I think we're doing it right. Like, we've got what have been our traditional stars in Steele, Roma, Wilkie, Sinclair, those sort of guys. Probably missing a little bit up forward, but we're developing it. And Kingy and look, I think if we can kind of just keep this going and keep unearthing the Naz, or not just Naz, but the hauls that kind of come from those mid-season or rookie picks, and kind of keep just building that floor, we've got a real shot at going deep. So it feels like we're doing it right, but geez, it's been it's been a long time coming.
Gradual.
It's been a long time coming. I remember just kind of checking. I remember checking out halfway, like through the first season without Ross in like what 2013 or something, and just going, this isn't going to be good for a long time. And it feels like we've finally gotten past that hump. We needed that whole attempted rebuild, attempted finals runs, and it feels like we're pretty close to the end of that chapter. So, can't wait to see these sort of games going forward, just more consistently.
Yeah, absolutely. Anyway,
but look, Nick,
I'm going to let you go, Woody. Absolute pleasure talking to you again, mate.
Likewise, mate, and come past any time. It was good to see your face, brother.
Yeah, man. Yeah, absolutely. I'll come up when we have a loss.
That's it. Look, if you feel the need to drink with somebody, come commiserate, that sort of thing. But yeah, let's celebrate tonight. I'm probably going to do a lap after this and go get some beers myself because I don't have any in the fridge. So that's going to be
we got a
plan number one, and then
Naziah at the moment, so that goes down all right.
Oh, they're not bad. They're not bad. That might be my go-to. I like their big cans as well. They get nice and cold.
Big cans are good. They're not Japanese imported, sadly, anymore. But
no, that's it.
Celebration.
They own half the beers in Australia these days. So I think it's all.
Yeah, exactly. That's true. All of our craft beers and all of our Melbourne breweries and all of our Sydney breweries.
Yep, they're all Australian Japanese these days, which
that's right, sir.
Whatever.
But anyway, we're going to watch the last quarter. We're going to enjoy, and we're going to keep enjoying it for the next week. Mate,
Nick, couldn't have said it better myself. Thank you for popping past again, and look, I'm probably going to start wrapping it up myself. Again, what an amazing match.
Yep. I'll leave you to it, Woody. I'll catch you next time.
Thanks, mate. Thank you very much. And look, for everybody that's come past in the chat today, thank you so much. I'm gonna start wrapping it up. It's been a good little chat. It's one of those ones where I've struggled to kind of, I suppose, know what to say. Like that sort of result is so unusual that, I mean, one sort of look at it isn't really going to tell you a lot. For all the Saints fans, I think this is one to watch, not just to dissect. I think this is one to enjoy. We got a couple this year. We got that Richmond match. We got the Freo match and that last quarter, So I'm going to go get some beers. I'm going to go watch it back. I'm going to go try and enjoy it because I reckon I'll have to watch some of that third quarter, at least some of the not so good parts as well. But to Chris, to everybody that's come past, Will, there's been a bunch of you today. Thank you so much. Hopefully we just see more like this. I don't know what to say. Go Saints. We'll talk soon.